Hello, this is Success. How may I help you?
First, Jaron, I want you to introduce yourself and exactly what it is that you do.
My name is Garrain, Los Angeles, California. Born in Houston, Texas right now. I'm the easiest way to explain what I do is I guide people to understanding that power that lives inside of them so that they can utilize it, and produce extraordinary results to their life.
Okay.
That's like the easiest way for me to say it. I call myself a transformation coach, and I focus on mind, body, and soul, whether it's health and well-being, whether it's getting you inside of your body and being present in the moment, guiding and giving people direction so they know that this is my goal, this is what I'm going after, and things like that. So it's coined as a transformation coach, but I want to conjure up and evoke people to discover how they can have whole life success.
All right. Awesome. So, what exactly is your story, Jaron?
So we can go 50 different ways. So when you ask what is my story, how far back, what exactly do you want? Because my whole entire life has been crazy up to this point. So I can start from when I lived in my car and how I got to where I got to. So you just tell me which angle to come into.
You tell me where you want to start. You tell me where you believe your story begins.
Well, my story began when I was first conceived.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, I was a little kid, up to no good my whole entire life. On the surface, it's up to no good. It was just a little kid that was rambunctious, that didn't know what to do with his energy. So I didn't have a lot of guidance growing up, and that turned into a lot of mischievousness, getting in trouble, going in and out of juvenile. And your life doesn't get better by accident. You've literally got to seek that. So my life kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Okay.
It got to a point in 2009 where I remember saying to myself, man, it seems like everything is being taken away from me in my life. My girlfriend, my daughter, she pretty much disowned me because I couldn't get my life together. It's just like business opportunities, so many different things. And it got to a point in my life where it's like, man, they can take everything they want away from me, but as long as I can keep my car, I'm good, because that's the one thing that I own. So I started living in my car. I lived in my car for 2.5 years. And I'll say this is where the greatest impact of my story started.
All right.
August 2011 at 3:43 in the morning. It got to a point in my life where I just kept saying, can it get any worse? And my life kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And one day I just decided to yell. I had my moment of surrender. And I was like, okay, I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to fight anymore. I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. I want to be surrounded by nothing but positive people. And I just want to inspire people. And I want to make a bunch of money. But I want the money to represent something that I passionately believe in, that I would do for free.
Okay, yeah.
Every single thing that I asked for in my moment of awakening, my moment of surrender, my moment of letting go of what I think life should look like.
Yeah.
The last 7.5, 8 years, I have developed and cultivated myself into obtaining every single thing that I've asked for when I was crying out. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm surrounded by nothing but positive people. I inspire people on stages of thousands all over the world, and I make a bunch of money doing what I would do for free, which is, enriching people's lives and giving them a way of direction so that they can understand the power that already lives inside of them, and so that they can actually utilize it and produce extraordinary results in their life.
That's awesome, man. That's like, that should be everybody's goal. All right. So my next thing, Garrain, is what was your greatest? Like, you kind of went over what some of your struggle was about losing everything, and throughout that process, what do you think was your greatest struggle? Like, what had like the hardest impact on you, and how did you overcome that?
The hardest impact on me was my own self-sabotage,
Okay.
and this is what's so hard about living in society today. You don't have to physically die to be dead. Like, the cemetery is not where you see the most dead people. It's seeing people walking around every single day, online, in person, with something that's died inside of them, and they don't even know it. You can't change without awareness. So I would say the hardest part is not being aware that I could actually change the course of my life by changing the way that I was thinking, treating people,
Okay.
the inner critic that was saying all these negative things to myself. That by changing the way I was thinking, I could literally alter the course of my life. That was my greatest struggle because I had no idea. And when you're trying to change your life from the surface, that's like putting icing on a mud pie. So you can't cut a weed from the top and expect it to stop growing. You got to pull it from the root. So the most difficult thing was not knowing what was having my life the way that it was, and trying to get rid of or break up with this girl or change jobs in order to change. But wherever you go, you still have to take yourself with you.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So, Garrain, when you being a transformation coach, how big is mindset to you? I know that's like, I shouldn't even ask that question, but how big is mindset to you, and how important do you believe it has a role in people's lives?
Mindset is everything. So for anybody who's listening, just put this in perspective. Somebody's mind created and built a rocket. Somebody's mind created and built stadiums. Somebody's mind created and developed clothes, housing structures, a space station, so many different things all over the world. And that was created by a mind. So if you can imagine the power of how it has completely revolutionized humanity when put in a positive direction.
Yeah.
Now put the same power of that mind in the negative direction, and you'll see exactly why humanity is nowhere near close to the capacity that it could be, why there's only 2% wealthy and the rest will die trying to figure it out, is because the mental capacity that the majority, 98% of humans are in right now, is a lack of self-belief.
True.
So if you can see all the things that was created on the positive scale, now imagine when you turn on the radio, when you look at the news, and they're like, oh my God, this world is coming to an end. It's crazy. These people are crazy. It's not that they don't even know that they're crazy. The worst thing to do is call somebody crazy who's not even aware that deep down on the inside, deep down at the root cause, they were domesticated that way because most likely childhood, things that you learned from your mom or your dad or the people that were around you.
True. Garrain, do you have a daily morning routine or morning ritual or habits in the morning that help get you focused and ready for the day and into the right mindset? And if so, what is that, and how do you go about that?
So I call it the Panda Power Hour. I call it pandas because I just happen to love pandas, and I associate anytime I do something, I want to make sure that I love it. So if it's something that I don't typically love to do, I'll associate a name with it that I love, so it lessens the load and it just gets me in the emotion of love. Okay. So I typically don't like lists or gauges or charts and graphs and things like that. However, some of the most wealthiest and powerful minds in the world have always talked about living from lists and how powerful lists are. So one day I decided to create a list. And since I'm always focused on the mind, the body, the soul, so whether it's prayer, meditation, whether it's healthy, clean eating and physical fitness, whether it's getting in my body, being present, doing some fun things to increase the serotonin in my body, which is the molecule that actually causes you to be happy. I'm always doing things that's connected to the mind, body, and soul, so that I can feel my full presence and not be 1,000 places at one time.
All right.
So I make a list, and I'll put about 30 things on the list.
Okay.
What I put on the list is things that's connected to stimulating my body. It's not just random things on the list. It's connected to activating my mind, my body, my soul.
Okay.
And I'll put those on before I go to bed. See, the last 5 minutes before you go to bed, the mood that you have will determine the mood that you go to sleep, and that will determine the mood that you wake up with.
Okay.
So if you go to sleep negative, you'll wake up on the defensive, literally defending everything for the entire day and don't even know you're setting yourself up for a success or not success before you go to bed.
Interesting.
So I make this list, and I look at the list, and I look at, a picture of my girlfriend, my daughter, my favorite colors, things that I love. And I look at the list, then I look at what I love. Look at the list, look at what I love. When the list starts to take on and transmute the same kind of emotions that I love because I've transmuted the energy, then I go to sleep.
Okay.
I already went to sleep knowing what I'm going to do tomorrow, so I don't have to use brain power thinking, what am I going to do today? I've already have it done.
Yeah.
And I go to sleep loving what I'm about to do. So when I go to sleep, my mind goes to work. As you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is literally creating and building up power for you to wake up in the morning.
Cool.
As soon as I wake up, my number one goal is to get as many things done as I possibly can in the first hour. So just imagine a person who wakes up, doesn't really know, I think I need to do this, whatever. Mine is, how many can I get done in an hour? The brain doesn't respond to big progress or little progress. It just responds to progress, period.
Yeah.
So when I have 30 things done in an hour, where do you think that momentum is going to go? To the rest of my day.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Wake up, progress. Shake tea and tablets, progress. Push-ups, progress. Message 10 of my customers, progress. Progress. Prayer, progress. Affirmation, progress. The brain's just saying, win, make your bed, win. When you are in an environment where you have 30 wins in your first hour, and then you go on to the rest of your day, you will have 10 times more focused momentum than anybody else who's trying to figure out what they need to do. And that's the Panda Power Hour. It just gives you that spark for your day. And any time where I'm feeling a little down, I'll just do a power hour during the middle of the day. And it's something that just gets me going.
That's awesome. So you talked a little bit about, you said like prayer and you named some of the stuff, but you also said how you pick some things that stimulate your mind on your Panda Power Hour. Yeah. Are there specific things that like you use that scientifically like stimulate your mind, or like, from personal experience? Like, what do you mean exactly by stimulate the mind?
I know from personal experience. I'll put it to you this way. If you're having a bad day,
yes,
and then you happen to see a baby laughing,
yeah, okay,
that is automatically going to stimulate your mind. Me, I'll dance to my favorite song. That is going to stimulate your mind. I'll sing to my favorite song. I'll go to my mirror and I'll do affirmations. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I am successful in every area of my life. I am courageous. I am brave. I am bold. I am committed. I am humble. I am healed. I'm just powering myself with I am. Because if you don't tell yourself who you are, you'll live life trying to be what other people, who other people think, who you think they think you are. And that's like a prison inside of a prison.
True.
Yeah.
Garrain, what would be your number 3 tips for somebody in your industry?
I mean, I'm in like 3 different industries. So which one? So there's the business coaching, there's the health and wellness, and then there's real estate development. So which one?
Let's go health and wellness.
Okay, health and wellness. Honestly, be the product of the product. Be your own best customer. And pick a goal.
Okay.
Stick to it. And just know that people are always going to try to test you to see if what you want is what you really want. So any decision you make will be met with resistance. It might be your mom, your dad, your girlfriend. You don't want to do this. Look at this. This is a scam. This is this, whatever. But this is how you do a reality check. When you were doing bad in your life, none of those people were matching that same energy with opportunities how to change your life. Maybe one person, but not the majority of the people. So the second you do something good that you're happy with, now you come out of nowhere with all these opinions. Once you're clear and you're focused and you just go for it, from that standpoint right there, you'll have a 10 times better opportunity of reaching your goals than if you gave into what people don't actually know about. Product of the product, stay the course, keep your goals ahead of you, and be a constant learner and applier.
Okay. All right. Cool. Garrain, what is something coming up that you're working on that you are like extremely pumped and excited about and can't wait to release or get started on?
My damn book.
Okay.
I got two things. So I have a group coaching.
All right.
There's there are workshops that are actually coming out and they're actually about to be released. So my workshops that are online, they'll be hosted via Zoom, live calls and everything, really cool, about just gratitude and how to clear your life and really be confident in who you are and go out and produce extraordinary results in your life. So that's coming out.
Awesome.
And my book, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. Woo! So the thing about my book is it's an everyday people's guide.
All right.
For people to understand themselves. I use a lot of my story, and it's not written like a traditional book because there's a lot more story in it. Typically people, they research other people's lives to validate their point. I experienced so much life, and just by me documenting my journey over all these years, so many people reached out to me. It was like, your story, your experiences changed my life. I'm like, no, it showed you a new perspective. You own that power. You changed your life. And so I decided to put my experiences in there, extract the lessons, show you how you can apply it to your life.
All right.
It's a book that's based all the way around, from health and wellness to fun and adventure to loving yourself, forgiving, letting go of resentment, freeing yourself, owning your power, standing in your confidence. It is a well-rounded book that anyone at any level can get something from, or they can give it to somebody. And I'm really, really, really excited about it.
That's so awesome, man. You got to tell me when that comes out. Like, send me a link and I'll buy one. That sounds awesome.
And I'm just so grateful because it's just in the field that I'm in, I come across so many different people. They're like, man, everything's doing well. I got so much money. I retired my mom and I did this and I did this and I did this.
Yeah.
And then when you dig down deep enough, they're not happy. They
Yeah.
did all these different things, but then you may not have a relationship with your daughter or your son, or figure out why you can't attract your soulmate or things
Yeah.
like that. In there are the tools that I utilize to be able to obtain what I call whole life success, and I'm just giving it away to everyone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode with Garrain Jones. I apologize due to the fact that some of the questions did get cut off due to the Skype call and the audio on it and how it's saved, but it's no problem. I have a feeling that Garrain will be on the podcast in the future, so make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode and go and check out the podcast on YouTube, as well as the little clips and breakdowns and all of my other stuff that I will be posting soon on YouTube. The YouTube channel is DeVante Styles, Instagram DeVante Styles, and Twitter at DeVante Styles. Also go and check out my TikTok if you're interested in just me doing some random fun stuff. Have a fantastic week and keep pushing.